Well, good morning. And here we are. We have a group that's behind Olga. Olga has about 10 people behind her. So that's 10 people who would have been joining, but in person. And we're broadcasting from Costa Rica. So today, let's see. Normally, okay, we got people joining from their phones. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. They coming in as we give people a chance to come into the room. Okay, I would love to invite Divine. I don't normally do this in the beginning, but I'm doing this today. And who knows, it might be a habit going forward because it's something that I often pray before we open the Zoom room. But today my spirit leads me to pray for everyone as we before we even start. Is that okay? Father God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to come together on a Send Your Path experience. So it's a safe space for everyone to share their story and for people to learn and grow and take things to the next level. I just want to say, quiet our voice and let your voice be heard. Speak to us and through us. Let everyone leave today with your blessing. I thank you and amen. So, well, good morning from Costa Rica. I am so excited. My name is Diane, and I am thrilled to be the founder and host. And I also have a co host, Olga Kamina, but I am excited to be the founder of Ascend Your Path. I've been doing this now for, oh God, it's going on 5 years. How time is flying. And what got birthed from Ascend Your Path is doing retreats. And here I am in Costa Rica hosting an amazing retreat. And it's so exciting. And a lot of folks are in the background behind Olga. Some are on their phones. And we are so thrilled. The miracles that happen here, the insights and discoveries are truly amazing. So I just want to thank Hortensia and Simal for being our guest speakers. And I also have someone else that's coming on later, and her name is Millie. I think it's I know I forgot Millie's last name, but I'm truly excited. So I want to thank everyone for joining in today, and I pray that you will leave with your blessing. And I'll pass the torch to Olga. She's going to share some housekeeping rules, and we look forward to an amazing 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Good morning from Costa Rica. We are excited to be here, and it's so amazing to be able to broadcast from this. I don't know how to call this facility, this retreat center. It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing, and the staff here, and the people, and our participants. Everybody is getting so much, and they will be able to share maybe later a couple of words if they want to. They're all sitting in front of me over here having breakfast, um, and I'm kind of at a restaurant, but they're going to jump on and share their experiences. Our housekeeping rules. We are going to run from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern time. There are no washroom breaks. So if you would like to take a break, just make sure that you stop your video and do whatever needs to be done. Hold your questions until the end of presentation for every speaker. And then you will be able to ask these questions live. Or if you would like, you can also post your question in the chat. We are going to take a note and ask that question for you at the end of a presentation. We are going to send you the recordings later. So if you forget something, if you want to remind yourself about something, you always will be able to go back and re-listen to that presentation. Back to you,
Thank you,
Diane.
Olga. And Olga, if you get a chance, you can post the link to our Facebook and YouTube channel channel, so they can find all of our recordings are stored on YouTube. So there's a lot to discover there. So today, I know we just to keep up with time, and we also this is the last full day of our retreat. And so I just want to say a little bit about what to expect. So today we have our first speaker is Simal, and Simal is from the San Francisco Bay, and she's an inventor of an app that she'll be talking more about. And my guru sister Hortensia, she lives in New Jersey. We've been on this journey of self improvement and self development for about 5 years. And I am so thrilled to watch her come out of her comfort zone and to say that she is worthy. And she's not just worthy to improve herself. She's not just, she does not want to be worthy for herself, but she wants to share and let other people know that they are worthy too. With her new WhatsApp and connections, Worthy Journey. And so anyone who wants to be a part of that, I'm sure she will invite you to be a part of a Worthy Journey WhatsApp group. So without further ado, I want to introduce our very first speaker. And before I say that, no, let me share a little bit. Let me just ask this question. Who here has something to be grateful for? Yes? Okay, let's hear a couple of shares and before we step right in. Who wants to share?
I will share. As Dr. Forbes Riley says, you need to be the first one to raise your hand when they give you that opportunity. So, hello, everyone. My name is Hortensia. As the beautiful hydrangea flower, Hortensia en español. I am so thankful to be in this space with so many beautiful souls. My guru sisters, Olga, Diane, the people in the audience that they have been on this path with me, and it has been truly, truly amazing to see our development, to see us get out of our comfort zone. And I am beyond grateful. It's amazing. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Diane, because you got out of your comfort zone and created this platform. I love you.
Thank you. Okay, we got a couple more hands. We have Simal, and then we go to Jay. Simal?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. And Diane, it is such a pleasure to be here. I remember the first time I met Diane, and I told her after 5 minutes of talking to her, please invite me to all your events because I totally resonate with you. So I'm so looking forward to this session today. And like Hortensia, you and Diane, I have also got over my comfort zone a lot of times. Thank you.
Thank you, Simal. And let's go to Jay. And I see Jay sitting next to Kim.
I am totally blessed to be in Costa Rica with Diane and Olga and a dozen or so other wonderful souls who have spent the entire week thinking about their future, thinking about how they can make contributions to the world. We're enjoying just a magnificent facility in nature. And it's been a beyond expectations. The staff at the resort is just fantastic. The accommodations are wonderful. The food is very interesting. I'm not a vegan. I tend to eat more of a carnivore diet. And so it's been quite a change for me. But the food tastes delicious. And it's just been a wonderful experience. So I feel totally blessed to be here.
Thank you, Jay, for sharing. So I just want to, for those of you who missed, we did say a prayer. And I just feel compelled to share our pledge that we've been speaking all week. So, Olga, if you have the pledge, would you be so kind enough to read our pledge? Or if anyone else, I have it right here, but okay, perfect.
Okay, so this is our daily pledge that Jay reminds us to say every day, but this is our daily pledge for this retreat and going through life in general. Today, I choose to live with purpose. I release what no longer serves me. I honor my body, mind, and spirit with love. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me. I walk with courage, compassion, and gratitude. I rise each day to create, to connect, and to shine. This is my pledge. This is my path. This is my purpose.
Thank you so much. And I hope this resonates with your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to share this pledge in our group chat. We got different things we can share. And so we try to share as much as possible. So without further ado, let's bring on our very first speaker. And I don't know, my head, doctor keeps coming up for me, Simel. So, but I'm going to share a little bit about Simel and what she does. Simel is the founder and investor and advocate for women's empowerment with 20 years of leadership across tech, finance, and wellness. She was part of NASCOM, India's Global Software Association founding team, helping shape India's 180 billion, that's billion with a B, tech ecosystem. She's the founder of Career Wellness IO, dedicated to building thriving workplaces, and the creator of Hazen, a daily 3-minute healing app for women. An alumni of Modern School, Delhi School of Economics, and Golden Gate University, Seaman has led teams at Wells Fargo and AXA Advisors. Now based in the San Francisco Bay Area, she passionately inspires women to rise, heal, and lead. Her topic is transform why me to try me. So let's bring to the stage our very first speaker, Simel.
Thank you so much, Diane, and good morning, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be here today. Let me ask, how many of you have ever asked yourselves, why me? I have a lot of times, many times. So today, let's embrace try me. A bit about me. I was born 57 years back into an Indian Sikh family and raised with the philosophy of service before self. My ancestral roots trace back to the Sikh history of the 18th and the 19th century. My great great grandfather, general in the Sikh army, left all his worldly possessions and meditated for 25 years in one room on one bed so that his future generations could be blessed. Growing up, all I wanted to do was to be in a people-centric career so that I could connect and uplift others. And of course, my great great grandfather's spiritual dedication has always been an inspiration for me. Fast forward, by the age of 21, I completed my first master's and I co founded India's global software organization called NASCOM, which is now, as Diane mentioned, it's thriving and it's a global organization. So life seemed perfect until it wasn't. I lost my mentor at the age of 40 in his sleep. I then moved to the US, got an MBA, joined financial services. And I had an arranged marriage. It was a lot of hats. And I felt truly challenged. Then an inner voice came to my rescue. And then I ventured into another startup with my husband, and we lost it all. Once again, my inner strength pulled me out, and I bounced back. Over the years, in the startup space, in the financial services space, I have seen very, very sad moments of young entrepreneurs, engineers, women executives, women engineers, women colleagues losing to mental health and just stresses of life. I still remember one morning I entered my workplace and I just saw a woman peer collapse on her desk. And it was devastating. And then COVID hit. I pulled out an 80-year-old aunt out of ICU twice. And then I helped a young tech woman, engineer, young mom, out of her struggles of layoff, marriage, and health challenges. I think throughout my journey, my genes were definitely playing out. And then it became really personal when I had cancer. And that was a wake-up call. I could not drink a glass of water without pain. I lost 16 pounds in 1 month. And I started mindfulness about 25 years back. And with my life's experiences, I have only gone deeper. And then something more personal came. My now 20-year-old son, a software engineer, also felt the brunt of his industry, competition, stress. And he started saying, oh, I don't have time to do your 20-minute mindfulness or meditation or breath work. And then, of course, living and breathing in the startup world, I saw firsthand that time and attention had become our new currency. And that's when I realized I needed to do something. And I went deeper into researching different aspects of mindfulness. And my family being a typical Indian family, I was encouraged a lot into more reading, learning, and I spent a lot of time researching so that I could help not only my near and dear ones, but my industry, my space, my professional network. While in the startup space, I saw another challenge faced by young entrepreneurs trying to make an impact. They were having hard time hiring good top quality talent. And that's when I woke up one morning with my big why, my true purpose. I founded Career Wellness, which is a talent acquisition, growth, and wellness company in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. And I think we were the first one to include wellness into our package. So every new hire we made went through a mindfulness quiz and training so that we could provide happy talent and not just talent. And then again, through the years, I learned that my personal and professional network needed more than just one-time quiz or one-time exercise or practice. I went deeper into how we can, wellness really doesn't need hours. It's a myth. And that's when I created her Zen and his Zen. Successfully, we've had beta testing, and now I have recently launched her Zen, and his Zen is going to be launched next month. So essentially, the concept came from the intersection of neuroscience and quantum physics, and time being the valuable currency. This is an app, it's a web-only app that users do minimum 3 minutes a day, customized mindfulness exercise, and the rest app does, her Zen does, or his Zen does through virtual live healers. And I have a team of live healers in India. So what we do is essentially we ask each user for their face picture and their full name and just very simple couple of questions as to what kind of pain they're going through. And in addition to users doing practice on the app, the virtual healers heal every user 24/7 with virtual healing practices. So I have truly not felt so much satisfaction in my life, even when I was making mega money, in the earlier years of my career. This kind of satisfaction and joy is just beyond words. And I don't feel that I'm working now, because in addition to healing and empowering women and men all over, I think I'm just healing myself on a daily basis, empowering myself even more. And it's like It's not love your job, it's job your love. So it's truly, truly joyful. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how, with the power of our minds, we can reshape reality, we can bend reality almost instantly. So what this app does is essentially it has a combination of mindfulness practices, including breath work, meditation, NLP, energy healing. And so to demonstrate that, if everybody's up for it, do you want to try? Just a couple of minutes. Yes? Okay. Please stretch one arm and take it sideways and little back, and stop where you feel you can't go further back, and take a mental note of that point. And now put your arm down, relax, close your eyes, take a deep inhale through the nose and a long sigh, exhale through the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Please open your eyes and, with your head straight, look up towards your eyebrows. So only your eyeballs move up, and blinking is good. So don't worry. And now breathe in, soft, gentle breathe in through your nose. And this time exhale also through your nose. Last one, inhale through your nose. And while you exhale, please gently close your eyes. And put your chin little down, like you have a feeling of overlooking a balcony or a staircase. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now visualize that your same arm is further back. Maybe 1/3 more back. Wow, my arm is further back. Just a few more seconds. My arm is further back. Please open your eyes and let's try to stretch the same arm and see if it goes further back. Does it? Does it? Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so exactly, power of our minds. So I would like to mention one quote that has stayed with me throughout my life's journey. Life happens for you and not to you. This is by my mentor, Forbes Riley, and this is so appropriate. So next time when you catch yourself asking, why me? Wear a smile and boldly say, try me. I will be more than happy to answer any questions. And also, just for this group, I have a gift for you. You have free access to my Herzen app for 7 days and a full money back guarantee for 30 days if you don't see a positive change in any one of your areas: health, relationship, career, and money. So you have 30 days to try this daily, and of course you can do more than 3 minutes, but minimum 3 minutes. I would request you to send me just a face picture of yours, so that my healers can heal you 24/7. It is in the app. Everything, all the instructions are in the app. Diane, you can share the QR code, and this is only for Ascend Your Path group.
But thank you. That is so generous of you, Simal. And yes, we will share the app in the chat, and it will be also emailed to everyone who registered.
Excellent. And also, men, I haven't forgotten you, because his Zen is launching next month. If you're interested, please email me and I will send you a customized audio recording of your challenge, free of cost. So just email me and I'd be happy to send you the recording. So what you have to do is just email me what area, your face picture, and of course your full name, and I'll be more than happy to send you the recording. When I was developing hers and my male professional network, they're like, Simil, but what about us? And I said, you know what? Yeah, you guys also need it. In fact, you guys might need even more. But I want to share one very interesting uh, experience outcome. One gentleman, an engineer, he came to me and he said, you know, I am doing so well in my interviews. I'm cracking all rounds, but don't know why in the end, the last round or the offer stage, it just is not happening. It's not panning out. So I said, you know what, try this. And in 21 days, he got a role at Google. So, you know, it is all about your energy. It is not your skills, not your tools, not your resources, but it is the energetic alignment. That's what her Zen and his Zen help you with aligning your energies and you know, giving you transformations. I'd
And
be
I'm so
happy
glad
to
you mentioned
answer.
that.
Thank you. I'd
Yes,
be
that
happy
is so
to.
powerful because that's what we've been talking about all week long about energy and how powerful how energy work is. So
Yes, of course, even in your retreat, it is all about your energies. You are in the best energetic field.
yes.
Yeah.
So if anyone have any questions for Simal, you can put your reactive hand up or you can put it in the chat. But what really resonated with me, Simal, is when you said service before self. So can you elaborate a little more on service before self?
Sure. So, for those of you who don't know, Sikhs are a minority in Indian community, and historically, um, this community was created to protect in the Mughal era to protect um, the majority of Hindus um, from getting forcibly converted into Muslims. So that's when the Sikh community came up, and they were called the warriors. So historically, we've just been, saving lives, saving people, helping people. And then one of the most intriguing part in our community is there are no restrictions, except the men wear turban. But for women, thankfully, there are no restrictions. And we have a temple called Gurdwara in every part of the world. Anyone, irrespective of background, color, caste, anyone can go there and eat free food 24/7. It is called langar. So I think, of course, my genes, but I think I'm also very proud. And then, honestly, life's experiences have shown me the proof. It's not that I did not get challenges. I had all types of challenges that are in my apps. I had health, I had relationship, I had career. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm a three-time startup founder, but one startup completely failed. And that's when, it was. And I think when we have health challenges, it is not really our body, it is an accumulation of emotions over a period of time that shows up in our body as pain, as illness. And I cured my cancer with no medications, no medications. And I belong to a family of doctors. So, to answer your question, Diane, service before self, it really kind of strengthened my faith because I got results. I got I got transformations. Yes, I started that way, and I had a very loving family environment, and I was completely taken care of, and I had the resources to do service. And then when I got my own transformations, my belief even became stronger. And even in the universe language, you say, what you give, you get. It's like karma. So everything just boils down to one thing, whether it is God is one, it is just different formations. So, and I think I also started reading Buddhism, and even in that, they said when you help others, you are only creating good fortune for yourself. You are only creating a positive, transformative, energetic field for yourself. So it's a ripple effect, which the West, the science is now proving.
That's such a great answer, because it all goes back to, and you said it right, what you give out, you get back. So I really like that. I think I saw a question in the chat from Jenny, and she said, how much does it cost? How much does the app cost? We don't really do much selling on the program, but just as a
Sure.
question, we need to give an answer.
Sure. So it's divided into 3 modules. The first one is health only, and that is $37 per month subscription. And in this, I would like to say consistency is the key. It's not a magic wand, so consistency is the key. Second module is health and relationship, and that is 77 per month. And of course, you can cancel it anytime. And the last one is the Zen Mastery, which includes everything: health, relationship, career, money, and Zoom call with me on a regular basis, 2 times a month. And that is for $197 per month.
Awesome. So, and what else do I have here? Any more questions in the chat?
Yes,
Linda,
Diane.
anything?
And more than a question. Hi. Hi. Thank you, Simo. That was so
You're very
touching.
welcome.
So touching. I am a firm believer in bending time and bending reality. And I have to tell you that I always come to bending time when I'm rushing out of the house and I'm like, oh no, I need to be at work before 8:15. And without a doubt, driving, I'm bending time, I always make it with 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And it's real. It's a real thing. And I learned that years ago. And it's a matter of remembering the tools, remembering the things that we learn, and using them and putting them to use. And also consistency, like you said, is golden. We have to remember, and
Yes.
and it's thank you, thank you. It clicked when I was like, yes, I do that. I should do it more often, not just to get to work. Take time
Exactly.
for other things
Exactly.
and bend reality for other things. Thank you.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I tell my users that 3 minutes, like you don't even get up from the bed in the morning, in bed, just do 3 minutes. And right before you sleep, in bed, just do 3 minutes. And it's a habit. And trust me, it works. And I have healed myself, I have healed my family. My son, at 18, as a freshman, he got his first 6-figure internship. You know how teenagers are? I mean, it's not easy to make them do mindfulness. And then the following year, 19, he got multiple. So it's all about transformation. It's all about outcomes. So
Amen.
definitely, yes, definitely. Nobody has faith the first time, but if you just blindly follow, and I can almost guarantee, and that's the reason I'm doing, because I've seen a lot of transformations.
That is amazing. Thank you. And now we have Paul. Paul has a question. Paul?
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I just want to congratulate you for excellent presentation and
Thank
really
you.
share with you. I do believe the power of the mind, you can achieve anything you want. But what I really would like to attest, how service, when you serve others, you feel so great. You feel so great. I was a young scientist. I was successful. I was a director, professor, landlord. I was successful. But in 1992, I had a problem, career problem. I started my journey into personal development. I was receiving insight of the day from Proctor. And for 40 years, for 30 years, I felt something is missing. And I kept going back to what I was learning about personal development. And then after I retired, I started doing personal development where now I dedicate myself to help others. And this is why I always say I'm content, satisfied, and happy. Now I feel I have everything. Service to others is so puts you at peace, make your life, make you feel that you have a purpose in life and you are achieving something. And I know most of the people here have the same experience as I did and share what I'm saying. So thank you for your presentation.
Thank you. That is spot on. That is so true, Paul. Thank you very much.
Awesome, awesome. So, anyone, Olga, did I miss anything in the chat?
No, I don't see any questions. Oh,
Okay.
there is one question. Oh, one Flickhost you answered. That's it. There are no more questions.
Okay. So from what we hear, the power of how powerful the mind is. And I'm going back to what our week-long retreat was all about. It's the power of the mind. And here it is going back to, I know Simal, how many years in learning did you spend in school?
Formally, 17, 19. So formally, 20 years. But
20 years.
But because I have two masters, and informally, I learn every day. I am doing a course every day, because for me it is not a course. It is such a rejuvenation. Like, I feel that I'm just so stimulated, mentally stimulated and rejuvenated, because I learn. And sometimes I'll be learning something, hearing a podcast, and I'll have a friend call, or my son or family member, and I'm like, oh wait, did you try this, did you do this? So it's like hands-on application with learning. So yeah, Diane.
So we can safely say you spent over 20 years in academia, and here it is, you brought it right back to mindfulness and the power of the mind. So, and I said that to say we can save time by using our own minds to really bring forward to manifest the outcome we want in life.
Yes.
So amazing. So yes, so I think Olga puts the link in the chat, and for the QR code. And Simal, I just want to say thank you so much. And I have to say that I did Simal's, and still I need to be a little more consistent. I did the hers, then I did the 3-minute meditation morning and evening, and I did feel relief with my knee. Even after the first session, I pretty much went from I started off, I would say, with it's suggested that I do knee replacement on my right knee. And when I started working with her, the very first session, I would say like an 8. And by the time we finished the work that she was doing, the healing session, I was down to about a 5. And after a week, I was down to a 3. And now I'm pretty much saying I keep pushing my appointment back. So it went from October. Now it's like, okay, I told him, I said, I'll call you when I'm ready. So it goes right back again to the mind and the power we have. So I thank you so much, Simal.
You're
for your
very
share.
welcome. You're very welcome.
So now I'm going to bring to the stage my guru sister, Hortensia. So let me tell you a little bit about my friend. Hortensia Silva is a bilingual school counselor, Amazon best-selling author, and the visionary founder of the Worthy Woman Journey, a sacred wellness platform created to guide women in midlife as they rediscover their worth, reclaim their voice, and rise with intention and grace. Honored as Passaic County School Counselor of the Year in 2020, Hortensia blends cultural insight, emotional depth, and spiritual wisdom to empower others during seasons of change and transformation. As a featured speaker on the Ascend Your Path virtual platform, Hortensia invites participants to rise above self doubt, societal pressure, and emotional stagnation, and instead align their truth, purpose, and inner power. Through her nurturing guidance, she helps others tap into their inner strength and uncover the resilience that lies within. Overcome life challenges from external expectations to internal limitations, and craft lives of deep intention rooted in vitality, joy, and authentic self connection. Her presence is both grounding and elevating, offering compassion, insight, and soulful roots to help you rewire, rewrite your story, and ascend your own unique path, one bold, beautiful step at a time. Her topic today is The Worthy Woman Awakens, healing, honoring, and rising into your next chapter. So let's pass the baton to my dear guru sister, Hortensia Silva.
Oh, thank you so much. It's quite an honor to be here, and I want to give a big round of applause to my dear friend Simil. Your delivery was amazing and so powerful that you have created a tool that we can use to connect and to heal, and so that we could be better and service and do our service that we are called to do. So thank you for that. Wow. This session that I have created, the Worthy Woman Awakens, Healing, Honoring, and Rising into Your Next Chapter, evolved from my own challenges. I come to you not only as a bestseller co-author and bilingual school counselor, and an awardee for being the school counselor of the year, but more, I come to you as the woman who went through grief, who suffered loss, and in search for meaning, found in spirituality the joy of serving, the joy of just being alive, and I was awakened. I can't tell you that it was linear, and it was not in a line. It was through trials and tribulations, and trying to make sense of the loss. I developed an eating disorder, and the challenge, and when it was dormant, everything was fine, but when it was active, Ed was brutal and vicious, to the point where I wanted to many times end my life. And I kept coming back to spirituality and connecting. And it was after deciding that enough of Ed, enough of doing that eating disorder, that I decided to seek help. I had sought help before for the trauma, the loss, but I wanted to seek help for embodying my body, loving, learning to love myself. And so the awakening didn't happen overnight. It happened through trials, trying something, learning acquiring a tool, a technique, putting it to use, and saying, okay, this is working. Let me do a little bit more of it. And I, in my sessions with the outpatient eating disorder group that I decided when I decided to come out and face that ugly monster. In one of the sessions, the therapist said, you need to do mirror work. And I have heard about the mirror work with listening to Louise Hay. And I was like, oh, yeah, you could do that. But dismissing it totally, right? And it was not until one day I said, what do I have to lose? Nothing to lose. And maybe I'll gain something. And I started working with a mirror. And it was the hardest thing to do. When you have lost touch of who you are, when you have lost touch of your body, and you let life happen to you, you don't know where to go. You move, you allow the wind to take you and, throw you and bring you back. And where is my power? I found that power in the mirror. Facing my body and looking how I was close to 239 pounds. And I was like, how did I get here? When Ed was active, I could be either borderline bulimic, I'm sorry, borderline anorexic, and full-blown bulimic. And when I was not engaged in Ed, I would just emotionally eat. And of course, what happens? You balloon and you grow. And when you're not having a relationship with your body and yourself and you're totally disconnected, you don't know what you look like. You don't know who you are. And facing myself in that mirror, I saw the outside of my body. And with time, I started to see the soul that was looking back at me. The soul that was yearning to be recognized. The soul that wanted to be of service. The soul that wanted to say, I'm with you. I've been here. You have just neglected my presence. And I connected to that. And I have, through my losses, have found that connection, compassion, looking at healing not for the sake of healing, but the sake of being present, that grief, pain can coexist with hope. That is in hope that we begin to allow ourselves to be awakened to the bigger picture, that inner person who is willing to give of herself in love and freely. And so I have, in conversation with my dear guru sister, she said, I think you're onto something with grief and loss. And I've always been interested in wellness because I have suffered an eating disorder and survived ed. I've always gravitated to looking for tools to help me get to know myself, to love my body, to honor my presence in this planet. And so I, with the help and the small talk that I had with Diane, said, my first co-author book was about the loss of my husband. The second was honoring the life of my angel Nicole, and that was also loss. And I have navigated many losses and learn valuable skills and learn that grief is not it's not an end to our life, but more it gives us the time, the space, so that we can find who we truly are, to connect with ourselves. When sometimes we're suffering, we are in that deep sorrow because we are missing our loved ones. It's a testament of how much we loved. So if we twist it around, it's not that, they're gone and it's like, wow, I honor your soul. You were a gift to me, and I am so grateful for your presence, no matter how small it was, that allowed me to awaken to spirituality, to awaken to my body, to my soul. So I have developed the Worthy Woman journey. And because it is a journey. Our transformation, although we want it to be instant, it's a slow process. We need to be, it's almost like the universe says, okay, how much do you need to handle so that you can awaken to the fact that you are already worthy, you are already enough. These experiences that are gifted to you, we think it's a curse, or we're being punished. In other religions, God is the punisher. He gives us trials so that we, because we're being mean and whatever. But if we turn the image, if we turn the experience and we see it, that, and this is what I've done with my loss of my child, Nicole, she was a gift at that time in my life. At the age of 21, I was just going to college. I was happy I was married. I was starting a new life. And she was with me for 2 days. And I was devastated. I wanted to end my life. But through the journey, I have learned that she came to me to awaken me. She came to me for 2 days to show me that there's more to life. And that immense love that I shared with her for 2 days, it's not gone. It has been transformed. And she has transformed me. That pain has been used to help other women through their journey. So, to anyone who's out there thinking that they are alone, you're not. You just need to realign, awakened, reach out. At 21, I did not feel I was totally lost. I had a husband that he was so much into his own sorrow that did not realize that I was in pain, and we drifted apart, and that ended in divorce. I couldn't go to my parents because I thought that I was burning in them. And all the different construct that we have in our brain that, I cannot go to this one and I cannot go to that one. But if there is a safe place where we can go and connect and be authentic and true to ourselves and feel safe to dish it out, to say, listen, today's not a good day. Today I feel I don't feel safe. I wish the Worthy Woman journey was around when I was 21. I wouldn't have turned to food. Maybe my journey would have been a little bit easier. And maybe not. Maybe this was all meant to happen this way so that I could be here sharing this with you and encouraging anybody out there. Grief does not have an expiration date. We suffer the loss of loved ones, they pass away, we lose our jobs, we lose our careers, we are dealt with a heavy duty health issue, terminal. That letter C is, devastating. All of those stressors in life, challenges, the weight would be a little bit easier to carry if we have a space where we could feel that we are welcome, that we can rise to our own power, that we can come home to ourselves. So that's the reason why the Worthy Woman journey exists. The awakening is finding the compassion in community. The awakening is finding yourself in the mirror, finding your soul, and acknowledging the beautiful soul you are and the purpose, finding that purpose to serve and be fully present and have a fulfilled life where everything has meaning. Everything has meaning. And be grateful for the trials, the pain, and the learning. I've learned to say to myself, there's a learning, teachable experience right now. And what is it? And show it to me. It's that having that connection to realize this moment is challenging and I'm open to learn. So show it to me. It's having that connection. So Diane, I don't know if I ran out of time, but I just want to offer, if I have a few minutes, 1 minute, Diane?
You go. No, go ahead. You got time.
I have time. Okay. So I just want to offer strategies for emotional resilience. It's understanding that healing lives in a, it doesn't have to be 3 hours. It could be her Zen, 3 minutes. I have a 1 minute meditation. 1 minute, just taking a deep breath and sitting in with that emotion. And when you exhale, letting that emotion go and feeling the relief and really letting it go, not opening your eyes and picking that back, putting that junk back in your backpack. It's too heavy. You don't need to carry that. Letting it go. And offer a kind word to yourself in the mirror. I see you. I honor you. I love you. As simple as that. But those words were very hard for me to pronounce and to stand in front of the mirror. It was unimaginable many years ago. And now every opportunity I have with a mirror, hey, honey, I love you. You're the cutest little pie there. High five. If we don't do it for ourselves, the outside world is not going to do it for us. So we have to be our best cheerleaders. And just to pause and ask, what do I really need today? What can make me feel happier, better, more connected? What is that? And asking the universe, source love, God, Hashem, you will have an answer. Almost instantaneously, you will have an answer. It's pausing to have and remembering. This is where the awakening is. Remembering to ask the question, what do I need right now? So journaling, as Simil said, mindfulness, and just having grace for yourself and returning to yourself day after day, minute by minute, moment by moment, over and over, with gentleness, strength, and balance, will make your journey easier, more peaceful, and you'll definitely realize that it's worthy. Thank you.
I so enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And I was going to ask you a little bit to share, if you could share a little bit about mirror work. And I think I get a clear understanding. If anyone else have any question regarding that, you could pop it in the chat. And what I heard from you, my guru sister, is that what you shared is that, and I know Simar, we talked about this during our interview. The worst part of our story is the best part of our message. And it's so important that life is not happening into us, but it's happening for us to be better. And I'm glad we getting to that point where we're embracing it. Yes, the sorrow, the loss. But you said something really profound that really, which I'm gonna make it a part of my daily practices. Ask myself when I get up in the morning, what do I need today? That day, I really, really, I'm gonna embrace that and much more. But that there is gonna stay with me. What do I need today? So, does anyone have any questions?
Oh, and I do have a gift. It's a meditation guide for grieving and healing. Diane, if you would just make it available to everyone,
Yes.
put it in the chat, and feel free to use it. And I do have, as Diane mentioned, a WhatsApp, the Worthy Journey. If you like to be included in that, just send, put your number on the chat and I will add you to my group, Worthy Journey group. Any questions?
We have Simel.
Oh, yes. Simil. Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hortensia. That was soul moving. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I totally attest your mirror work. You know, when I was going through a hard time with my son, and he was losing to his work and his person. And when you do those practices that Hortensia just mentioned, just ask yourself or be present, you get very creative ideas. Out of the blue, I told him, 10 seconds you have, just go in front of the mirror and say what you said, and he transformed. So I would love to be part of your community.
You to the
Thank you.
to the
And
WhatsApp.
blessings.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're muted.
So Mother Miranda has her hand up.
Oh, Mother Miranda.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Sorry about my background because I have children in my background this morning. Thank you so much for this soothing presentation. And there's something about a presentation when it is emanating from the presenter as it is presented. So it made a remarkable difference as well for me. You mentioned about mirror work, and that's one of the favorite things that I've done and I continue to do. Because in fact, source of all goodness, my God, I tend to have that kind of conversation with God. There are times when God invites me to come, let's talk. Let me look at you talking. And I'm seeing myself talking back, but it's not me. It's me talking, but my reflection is as if that is God speaking back to me. And it's a beautiful experience that I have from time to time. And this goes back to, I think, 2020, over 20 years now, when I was awakened one morning to just have a conversation. I said, what do you want me to talk about? And I was led to the book of Esther. And from then, so in some circles, some persons called me Esther as I lived through that period. And it was 2008, actually. And so that means a lot to me as you share that. And to be in your community would be my pleasure. I am very busy, but I know that an ounce of time with you when I'm able to catch up will definitely make a difference. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you for your heartfelt comments. And yes, it's truly amazing the power of the mirror and seeing, piercing, looking into your eyes and seeing that those eyes looking back at you and connecting to your higher self, source love, Hashem, whatever name you give it, Buddha. It's truly amazing.
It is.
Thank you for that.
That was one great connection. And I love that, Mother Miranda, when you said, when you're looking into your own eyes, but you're not seeing you, but you're seeing God. So that's another addition. So because I mean, this is new to me, and I'm open to because I'm hearing a lot about mirror work. And I know we have the pleasure of meeting uh, Amazon in person here, and she was talking a lot about mirror work. And so maybe whatever we can share to add to this journey. Because what Mother Miranda said a little while ago. Sorry, my cleaning lady, she's here. She's so amazing. Let's give it up to my
So sweet.
yes. So yeah, so it's so wonderful that all of these principles and modalities it's coming resurfacing, and what's really I'm so passionate about is to hear my daughter and her girlfriend talk about all of these modalities that I never knew. I'm learning about this stuff in my 40s and 50s, and now I'm at 60, and it's so special to know that this stuff existed. And now it's, like you said, it's an awakening. So there's something that's going on in the universe, and I'm so glad to be a part of this awakening. Hortensia, I thank you so much. Olga, did I miss any questions in the chat?
No, you didn't miss anything. I was just amazed by the synchronicity of everything that is happening here. Because, in our retreat, we were talking about breath work, we were talking about affirmations, we were talking about positive language, and we got access to several techniques, right, that we can use. And then there is Simal talking about the same stuff. There is Hortensia talking about exactly the same stuff. So I'm just amazed by what Divine is bringing to us this week.
Yes, and talking about being present. How many times we've heard Johnny Cam talk about Joe Dispenza's work about being present? Yes, divine intervention. It's so sweet to hear all that connection and that flow. And I've been saying this now ever since I started Ascend Your Path, which was previously Next Level You. When we start this journey, when I started this journey, it's like we never plan anything.
Never.
And everything just flows right into each other. The common thread, service. That word kept, the mouth started with it, Hortensia reinforced it, and we've been talking about the power of service all week long. And here we have, this is not Carrie Dad, but this is Amazon. She got a question.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, but magnificent.
One
She's
second
muted.
there.
Did we lose her?
No. They are trying to unmute.
To unmute. Yeah.
Here,
They're trying
ask
to
to unmute. Let's see if it works. Well, let me help them.
Okay.
Or she can come here. Amazon, come over to my.
Isn't it amazing?
No, I sent them. I sent them.
Costa Rica.
Jay, let's do the. Go to you. Go to Jay.
Sit down here.
Okay. I am a person. Good morning, everybody. I'm a person that believes in signs, and the sign is for me, I'm supposed to be listening. I just want to say, first of all, thank you very much. I love Diane and Send Your Path. Many mornings are schedules conflict, so I have to watch the replays. But this morning has been especially empowering. First of all, everybody always gives gifts, but your stories have been absolutely heart touching, because there's not one person here that doesn't have a story. But what connects us all is that we are, in spite of it, thriving, in spite of it, using the tools that have been given us to come out of those places. I love that you have a minute meditation, because so many times all you need is a minute just to ground yourself. And that was so powerful. Also, the speaker before you, Simal. I love when you said, I talk quite a bit, you could probably tell that, but I'm trying to do better. My commitment this year is to listen more. And so when you said, Forbes Riley, I thought said, when somebody asks you to speak, to stand up, that really touched me, because so many times we'll take a back seat waiting for someone else. But when spirit calls, you got to step up. You can't look back and go, well, I already did it. Or so thank you for that. This week at this retreat has been, well, you know, Olga and Diane are marvelous, but I've met marvelous souls, and to be here, I did mirror work. I shared that on the 30-day miracle. And so I would like to say how powerful it is. And Mother Miranda touched on it. The wonderful thing about mirror work is you actually lose sight of the body, which is what you want to do. You want to see who you are, which we're just energetic, loving, light presence. And I was able to look at myself without clothes on. And as you get older, I don't have to tell you that can be a problem. And so it was a big problem at first. But as I began to realize that all of that I saw was all of the experiences of my life, the good, the bad, the ugly. I reminded myself when I did have a body I didn't look at, I didn't have a brain to go with it. And so now finally in my life, everything is catching up. Everything is aligning. The acceptance of who I show up as, the acceptance, it's only important to me because if I don't accept it first, then so I am just delighted to be here to support Diane and Olga. They are holding up so many people and holding the light. And I am grateful. I'm looking forward to my time to jump on and be on the platform. Everybody that meets Diane and Olga and meets other knows that we have to grow up. We're here to continue to reflect the light of love and the power that we have. So thank you for sharing your healing. It makes everything possible for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your kind words. And it is a journey. And so we're doing it. Woo-hoo!
Well, thank you so much, my guru sister. And yes, it is a journey. And so for some it's slow, for some it's fast. You know, and you know, one of the quotes that I really like most of all is the secret to fast is slow. I really like that quote. And I use it all the time. The secret to fast is slow. So we don't have to rush it through. You talk about that 1 minute, you know, take the time to meditate, to slow down. Okay. So that we could speed up, we could bend time. Okay. So it's really amazing. So I thank you so much, Seema. Thank you, Hortensia. I love you dearly. And I look forward to chatting with you and to really seeing you again in person soon. Hopefully when we in Jersey on the 4th. So let's see how that plays out. So Olga, did I miss anything in the chat?
No, you didn't miss anything. Everything is perfect. Can we? Let's do
Okay,
that. Let's
awesome,
do
awesome,
that. Let's do that.
awesome. So I know we have we have about a half an hour left, and I want to introduce my new and great friend and collaborator, Millie Maybell, and I'm gonna bring her up in a minute. So I'm so thrilled to really introduce her to you. Okay, and but I have to do the connection. Okay. So Millie and we chatted and I was talking about Ascend Your Path. And I said, you know, Millie, we have these speakers that come on and, you know, it's like they speak and it's like they want to go to the next level, but I don't have the tools, you know, and going back to asking the universe, okay, to God, you know, what's the next step? You know, and Millie showed up in my life, you know, at the perfect time, you know. So she's going to share a little bit of what she does. And before we do that, we would love if you can come on camera just for a few minutes, seconds, so we can get a group picture. So we understand everyone is all, you know, different parts of the world. You may not, it's early morning, late morning. My Dr. Munera, she's in Turkey, and we have Omer from Turkey. So different parts of the world. Salsabila is in Saudi Arabia. You know, that Mother Miranda, she's in Vancouver. Let me see if I can recognize. I don't want to miss. Maxine is in Jamaica, and we have quite a few that's in Costa Rica. Look at us, you know, showing off in Costa Rica. Yes. So we are truly excited. So we had such a wonderful week here. And we're going to ask if anyone to give a laser share. Okay, laser share, because I really want to bring up Millie and share with you how we're going to be working with her, because I kind of talked about it in our closing ceremony. In our closing ceremony last night, about an offer that we want to offer our speakers. Okay, so just without further ado, laser share, Olga. Everyone don't have to share, but we love everyone want to share. But we're going to be doing quite a bit of reels. Okay,
Can we take a picture, group picture first?
Yes, take a group picture. So you can come on camera, please.
If you can come on camera, please come on camera. We would love to see all of you right now. Yes. Yes. More people are coming on. Caridad, you are not sitting there alone. I see you. So please, Arlene, join Caridad. Arlene. Teacher Hazel, we don't see. Here you go. We can see Arlene.
Yes,
Olga,
Teacher Hazel is in
yes.
Trinidad. Country girl. She's in Trinidad.
Okay, I'll be ready for a picture. Teacher Hazel, 1 second. You're coming up. It's very blurry right now. I hope it's going to. Yes, show your heart if you would like. 1, 2. 1 second. Milian, raise your hand. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So this is really, I really love this. And so before, I think I need to bring up, I don't need to, but I want to bring up Millie first to share a little bit about her background, and then we'll do the connection. Is that okay? Okay, Millie's here. Where, Millie's right there.
Hi there, everybody. So wonderful to see you, Diane. So wonderful to see the wonderful people who have joined you on the retreat. Do I have about 10 minutes still? What works for you? Okay.
Yes, you do.
And if you're open to staying on camera, I would love to see you. And we might do a little easy exercise. So that would be awesome if you want to stay. My name is Millie Mabel. I'm a peak performance coach and facilitator. So I train leaders to be exceptional and to step out of their comfort zones and rewire their neural pathways, uncover unconscious beliefs, and just really live their absolute God-given potential on this planet. And one of the ways that I do that is through helping people to be effective and powerful public speakers. So when I was very little, I grew up in London, in England, and I was on the stage from a very, very young age. I sang in church when I was 3, my first solo, and I was always singing and performing and sung with a philharmonic orchestra, a big symphony orchestra with thousands of people when I was 17, a little duet. And I went on to train as an actress and a classical singer and spent a lot of years on the stage. And then when I started working in coaching and teaching executives, I realized that they didn't have the kind of training that I had and that actors had on stage. So people were going out and speaking, and they had messages that were really, really important for people to hear, but the way they were delivering them, it wasn't really working. And we all know that if we go to an event and someone's doing a speech and it's not very engaging, people take out their phones, right? They take out their cell phones really quickly. It's brutal, within seconds. Certainly within the first minute, if you don't captivate your audience. So I was noticing certain things that I had taken for granted with the background of training that I had and experience working on the stage. For example, how to train the voice. So people will say, well, I'll have a microphone. It doesn't matter. I don't need to do any vocal training. But actually, we'll do an exercise in a minute where you'll see how if we have something called the vocal cords, which come together and make a sound, and we have something above the vocal cords called the false vocal cords. And these are on the top of your esophagus, your windpipe. And whenever we're nervous or scared or a bit outside our comfort zone, they actually come together to try and protect us so that nothing gets into that esophagus, that windpipe. And so when people are nervous, if they don't know how to retract those, what's called the false vocal folds, their voice can sound very, very constricted like this. And we don't want to listen to them as much. And I'd done training with breath work so that I could, even if I was really, really nervous, I could present in a way that I didn't sound nervous at all. And so it's my great passion to help other people, but to guide people really rather than help facilitate other people to be able to know those things so that they can get their powerful messages across. So I thought I've got about another 7 minutes. I thought we'd do a few exercises so that it's just not me speaking, so that you can get to experience the things I'm saying. How does that sound? Yeah. So I would love it if you're open to putting yourself on video and you're taking yourself off mute so that we can imagine we're all together. If you have a lot of background noise, you don't want to, then that's absolutely fine. There's no judgment if you don't want to be on video or you don't want to, be off mute. But if you can and it's easy, I'd love to have you off mute and on your video. So first of all, just note, speaking is a very physical act. Okay, so if it's possible for you, you can't do this if you're driving, but if it's possible for you, I'm going to invite you to stand up. Okay. And I'm going to actually prop up my laptop on a little stand. You all see me okay? Yes. So exciting seeing you all from all over the world. So, first of all, I want you to just take a moment to see if you can get your feet about shoulder width apart and have your knees very, very slightly bent. So we don't want locked knees because that really impacts the way your body and your brain. Okay. And just see if you can get the soles of your feet. If you're wearing heels, it's best to take them off for this. See if you can get the soles of your feet like you're really planted on the ground. Feel your energy going into the earth as if you have roots going through the bottom of your feet down. And now just notice your breathing. Notice your breath. Without trying to change anything, just notice when it comes into your body, just tune into your breath. Is your abdomen going out? Is your chest going out or your shoulders lifting? Connect with your breath. Keep just feeling your breath. The word inspiration comes from the Latin inspire, which means to breathe in. Our breath is really foundational for our inspiration, for receiving the ideas that are ours to share with people. And now imagine that you're taking an elevator down from your head into your heart space. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, this is an invitation. If you want to keep them open, that's fine. Just keep your focus soft, maybe a little looking down. And feel that space around your heart as if it's a flower opening up. Just imagine that you are breathing through this heart space. Just for a moment. When you speak to people, if you speak through this heart space, through this heart chakra, this heart energy center, they will feel so cared for and so loved. Just taking a moment here to just feel ourselves here in this heart space. When we're overwhelmed, when we feel like we have too much to do, or we're often in spaces of fear, we're in our head, we're in our human mind. We want to drop into our heart mind. That's where we have more of our answers, our wisdom. And then imagine you're taking this elevator all the way down into your abdomen, your solar plexus, into that second chakra, first chakra, all the way down your legs. So you have your energy going all the way into the earth. Imagine it's going right down into the core of the earth and coming all the way back up, traveling up into your heart space. I invite you to open your eyes and then take a few moments to just shake it out. How did that feel, anyone?
Great.
Good.
Okay, good. So This part of being effective on stage is that we want to release any extraneous tension that we don't need. So just take a moment to inhale with your shoulders and release. And now we're just going to do a little voice warm up for about 2-3 minutes. See if you can relax your belly. So inhale, and when you exhale, exhale on a side. Ah, like that. Ah. 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 Just letting everything go with that exhale. We often, especially women, hold our abdomens in. I know from a really young age, I was kind of really self-conscious to, wear tight clothes or clothes that would make me look like I was thinner. And that doesn't help our breath, right? We want to just let the abdomen completely relax. So take that inhale, exhale. See if you can warm up your face a little bit. Give your face a massage. Can move your jaw around. And then take your tongue and we're going to move it around the inside of the mouth like this. I know it looks really, really funny. But your tongue is a really powerful muscle. And when it has a lot of tension, it really impacts the voice. Good job, guys. Now we're going to hum. So just like on a side, but we're going to hum like, Pick a place on the wall opposite you where you imagine you're sending that sound as if it's going out of you like a bit of paint, and choose a color like imagine that color's going out of you. And now we're going to warm up what we call the nasal resonators, right, around the nose. So we're going to go. Can you do that? Feel the brightness here. I know you sound like a little guinea pig. Can you do that? And now we're going to warm up the chest resonators. So now you're going to go meow, and you can tap your chest and hear that meow, 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 meow. And now we're going to combine both of them by going meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
I promise you, the best speakers do this before they go on stage. It's a secret a lot of people don't know. Now we're going to do something I mentioned earlier, the silent laugh. So you remember I said that there were these false vocal cords that are going to clamp shut when you're a bit nervous. You can feel them. So I want you to take your thumb and first two fingers, put them around your larynx, right? We'll call this the Adam's apple. So now I want you to imagine that you are straining, like you're lifting something very heavy. You're on the toilet, you're giving birth. Imagine that and feel what happens to those muscles. Can you feel that? What do you notice? Count together. Okay, so now I want you to laugh. Laugh out loud. What do you notice? They go like that, right? So this is a trick. So before you go on stage, now I'll give you the first bit of the exercise first. So now you're going to laugh out loud, and then you're going to make the laugh silent, but you're going to keep making that effort with your muscles, okay? So laugh out loud. Feel this here. Now make the laugh silent, but keep laughing. You notice the muscles? They're still apart, right? So now I want you to say something, anything. Say your name or my name is, whatever, and notice your voice. Dee, 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 dee. Can you notice your voice? What do you notice? Anyone? You can have a seat.
It was
What do you-
deeper.
Yeah. I mean, that was just literally 3 minutes. And I spoke for about 11 minutes, so my time's up. But I just want to demonstrate how I usually do vocal warm-ups most mornings. I didn't this morning. So just in doing that for 3 minutes, can you hear how my voice is richer? So what we want to be doing as effective speakers is using different tones of voice. So for example, when you're doing parts of your speech, you're being inquisitive. I use the 4 voices. One is called the wizard, and you're curious and you're inviting your audience to ask questions. Why is this? And in another moment, you're being a wise elder and you're sharing things with wisdom. Another part of it, you're using an action voice. I call it the warrior, where you're saying, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Let's warm up. Let's get this done. And you want to have the agility and the ability to be able to use your voice like an instrument and your body like an instrument, to be able to convey with your voice what you're trying to communicate. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. But Diane and Olga will have all the information of how to join us for a really, really exciting training where you can completely up level your game and become not just a good speaker, but an exceptional speaker that people really, really want to sit up and listen to. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Diane, and for connecting with all of you. It's been a joy.
Well, thank you so much, Millie. That wasn't that fun in such a short space
It
of
was
time?
awesome. Awesome.
Awesome, right? So any questions for Millie? Okay. So I just want to share that Millie and I will be collaborating. Oh, Hortensia has a question. Go ahead.
Yes. I have a brother who is a musician and he makes percussion instruments, and he's a teacher at heart. He just doesn't know it. And I realized that I need to strengthen my voice. So just recently, I believe a month ago, I went to him and I said, can you train me to work with my voice? And he says, of course I can. And he started giving me, I need you to train your ear to, do, re, mi, and then he gave me exercises. So this is so, right, divine intervention again. Here you are. I met you at Gary's group and I was like, oh, the universe is really telling me I need this.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. I do understand that my voice, I need to strengthen my voice, to deliver, and work on the projection. I'm a teacher, education. I in front of the classroom, I can project, but this is different on stage to be able to use my vocal cords. So thank you. This is very on time. On time.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Hortensia. And it's exactly it. Our bodies are instruments. And so from now on, I invite you to think about your body as an instrument. And when you have the kind of techniques, you can stand up and project in an auditorium with thousands of people. That's the pleasure. That's the joy. Yeah. And what I love to do in trainings and will do is I'll have you record yourself and your voice beforehand on your phone and record yourself afterwards. And you will not believe the difference in your pitch, in your intonation, and there's so many ways to make a speech interesting people miss. Exactly like treating it like a piece of music. Going louder, softer, higher pitch here, lower pitch here. All these different techniques we can use and use our voice and our body as a craft. Yeah.
So Millie, you provoked something as you said that. So just so our body is our instrument. Okay, so speaking, we all speak. Right. So what you're teaching, is it just for speakers or is it for any and everyone in general?
I would honestly say I think the acting training I did was the most powerful thing I've ever done in my life. And I actually found that I released a lot of trauma through it, things I'd been through when I learned to breathe properly and I learned to breathe and have the breath going freely down to the pelvic area. That was illuminating for me. So it was like better than any therapy I'd ever done, to actually release a lot of extraneous tension and memories and things in the body. When you train your voice to be an effective speaker, it will impact everything you do, not just in business. When you're going to a networking event and speaking, you will speak differently with your children, with your partner, with your friends, because you have that ability of, oh, I can drop into my heart space here, and this is what I want to communicate here. So I think it's the most valuable, powerful thing you can do. And to learn to be able to walk into a room and so people notice you when you want that, when you're speaking in a way you want them to. And that's harder for people who are introverts or who have quite what we call kind of small energy fields, who are more comfortable with being on their own a lot, but there's ways to learn to do it. So, whatever tools you have or copywriters you use to get your message across, it's still you. And I help people with videos as well, creating powerful videos online. But mostly stage speaking, I think, is where it's at. Yeah.
Amazing. I just love it, especially for us who's, and the fact that you said we speak differently to our kids, whatever we want to project. So I think that is truly amazing. So I would say your training is for everyone.
Yeah, thank you. And people will really, the energy that you have, people will feel, like partly through mirror neurons. Okay, so when you're watching something, then parts of your body, like say you're watching somebody on the news and they've gone through quite a difficult event, especially people who are highly empathetic, often women, more often, but some men also, will as we're watching, we start to take on the emotions and the thoughts of that person, right? And it's the same thing when you're speaking. So if you're speaking to your kids and you're very angry, that's coming out in your voice and you're probably straining. And actually, if you can get yourself centered in your heart space and share from that space, they're so much more likely to be able to hear you and receive you in a different way. So that can be a real blessing too. Yeah.
I love it. Sharing from your heart space. I think that's what we all want to do, to connect from our hearts. So this is truly amazing. Millie, I thank you so much. And guys, so we kind of shared a little bit last night on what we will be working with Millie. So we don't have all the pieces together yet, but we will be planning an in-person event, location to be determined, and date to be determined. But what it's going to be is we're going to collaborate on using the Ascend Your Path platform. So this is a stage, and Millie is going to be doing some trainings, and we're going to create some packages so that eventually, my vision for Ascend Your Path is to do a live event at the end of 2026, and so that we have there's a goal for saying, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go. So I want to go from this virtual platform to an in-person platform of who knows, might be hundreds, and then then the thousands. And but we're setting these goals. And Millie we're gonna create these packages. So Millie gonna start, we're gonna do it virtual and then do in person. And the in-person event is probably gonna be in the next, what we talked about, another 6 months, Millie?
Yes, in person. Yeah. A
Yes,
two-day
in-person.
in-person event. Yeah.
Yes. But now Millie can only work with 12 people. Okay. So it's gonna be, yes. And we all know how precious, and I know the gift. I don't really know the gift she has, but I suspect she's really gifted.
Mhm.
So yes. So it will be 12 people in the group. And we're still deciding if we're gonna do an Airbnb or if we're gonna do it at a hotel, but it's probably gonna be over a 2.5 day period, or maybe even Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it won't be long, so we can plan it out. But we're gonna start virtual with the trainings on the Zoom and build from there. So and then what we have, Ascend Your Path as your stage and platform to really watch your growth. And then eventually we plan an in-person event. So I'm truly excited about that. And Olga, anything you want to add to that?
I just wanted to ask about an accent because I do have an accent. So what do I do with that?
Oh, your accent is beautiful. I love the Russian language. I've spent time in Russia, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. So it's a great question. A lot of my work actually specialize with people who have English as a second language, and I actually have several Russian clients, very prominent Russian clients. So nothing wrong with the accent at all. All we want to do is to make sure, and with Russian, this is not really a problem because the way you articulate is, I think, even better than English, actually. When I work with some wonderful Asian clients that I've had the honor of working with, their language is much more in the back of the throat. If you watch, I was actually deaf when I was younger, so I was partially deaf. I used to lip read everything. But if you watch Asians when they speak, they don't move their lips very much. Right, their sound is sort of in the back. So when I work with Asians or people with those kind of languages, we have to work a lot at making sure they're really getting the sound out. And we do a lot of articulation exercises because these are all muscles and we have to warm up the lips, the mouth, the voice, the tongue, all of that. With Russian, you articulate so clearly. It's a much more complex language, actually, even than English, that's not an issue. So accents are beautiful, absolutely cute, wherever you're from, nothing wrong with that. I have a British accent. and it's part of who you are. So we just want to make sure that you're, communicating clearly, and you can do all of that with your beautiful accents. So great question.
Thank you.
So Millie, so one of my things I have that I have to be aware of is my facial expression. Whatever I'm thinking shows on my face.
I think that's an asset, and you are radiant and so charismatic, and I love that. And I think that's a real plus. And the times when and I like it even on video, but when people are on video, I know I do that a lot as well. And sometimes, that's why I never really did acting on film, because I'm so expressive that if you watch film actors being interviewed on a talk show, for example, they don't move much, right? They don't blink much, they don't move much. I really like it personally. And I know that the people that I'm drawn to watching their videos online are not the ones who are totally, look like they're like the Stepford wife who doesn't move. Like I like the movement. I like that. So I think that's really powerful, actually. And it's very reassuring, because then there's an authenticity between the words you're saying and how you appear. So I think that's a real plus. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. So any questions that we're going to be working with Millie, and I'm going to be sending more information out. Are there anyone who will be interested in doing our program? We don't have to, just say you're interested. So this, we have a sense of, oh, we have Jenny saying yes. Who else would be willing to work with Maxine? Is that Maxine saying yes? Hortensia said yes. Okay. So this way, Dr. Munera says yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so you can put yes in the chat if you're interested with working with Millie. So we, like I said, we're gonna have different things we're gonna be doing. And it's Queenie said yes. And what is this all about? Stepping out of our comfort zone and really transforming into our best self yet. Millie, I think you have a full class.
So looking forward to it. It's my passion and my great pleasure and great honor to have, I just have some skills to share. That's all. You have the answers, you have the power. You have a really important message to share with people, and you have these ideas. They've come to you for a reason. So it's just my humble joy to support you in sharing those and facilitate you to share the things I've learned, so that you can really, really speak to your audience in a way that they listen and they get it. So yes. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Olga, we are about closing respecting time. Can anyone want to share laser share? We take a couple of laser shares from what they experienced at this retreat. It's so amazing. I just want to share it a little bit. I know we sent out a lot of videos. Any laser shares? Before we close up, we got 2 minutes. Jean,
Yeah,
and I think we got Jenny. Jean and Jenny.
I just wanted to say that I've learned how to deal with my past childhood trauma in a positive way, and I think that's going to help me a great lot.
Wonderful. Thank you. Jenny?
Uh, I'm I am having such a wonderful time. I'm a little bit sad that we are leaving tomorrow morning, and I'm trying not to give into that and just to be present and enjoy today. As we were talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza's work yesterday, I'm going to fully enjoy today and be present with this energy. And even though I have been working on myself doing energy work and many of the things that we've already talked about with breath work and everything, I learned something every single day because of all of the sharing and the different energy that we've had and the love. And it's just been amazing. It's been absolutely wonderful. And I can't wait until the next time we all get together.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, so Olga, before we close, let's get a share from you.
A share from me about the retreat, about this
Whatever
event.
you want to share, my darling, my business partner.
Okay, so again, I will repeat myself that this Ascend Your Path was spectacular, right? Because we had such a synergy of speakers. Millie, I love you. I love what you're teaching. I love how you're teaching, and you're beautiful. You radiate that. You radiate what you teach. And I'm looking forward to working with you, of course. I see all our participants who gathered here around the tables, and they're taking videos, they're talking among each other, and they are looking at the screens right now because they have listened to today's Ascend Your Path. And the staff is so quiet. Usually they actually pay attention to everything that is happening here. So they see us working, and they have been stepping on their tippy toes right now, and they have to clean the kitchen, they have to clean the tables, and we couldn't even hear them because how amazing they were just now. So I want to thank you, to thank them, and we will thank them together as well later. Thank you so much for such a great session. Thank you so much, Diane, for your spark for this event, because you made it possible. And we are looking forward to many, many more, especially the live one.
Yes, absolutely. That has been, ooh, yes, I'm excited. I'm
Yes.
excited. I'm excited. So, yes, so as we close, the next one is going to be October 25th, I think it is. I think, yes, the next Ascend Your Path should be October 25th, last Saturday in the month. So as you know, we were doing this twice a month because of the demand, and we just had to say it became overwhelming. So we had to push it back to once a month, which is the last Saturday of every month. And it's always going to be 2 hours, 3 speakers, and free gifts. Who don't like free? Free gifts. So your check look out for your thank you emails. You're going to have all of the information you need. You're going to have the replay, and also the free gifts. Okay, so and our YouTube channel, everything that's our home base. Whatever you need, you can find it on our YouTube channel, and whatever touches your heart, if whatever gift you got, give it away. Give it away. We talk about breath work. You can encourage someone else to do some breath work, and we heard that mentioned so many times today. And you know, YouTube is available with a whole lot of different modalities out there. So whatever is helping you, I said share it, give it away. And I'm gonna start my day with daily. What do I need today? Thank you, Miriam. And I just want to say also, Miriam Stevens, she you know, she is always, you know, connecting, and she's a great networker, and she's doing something later on tonight. I don't know if I could join. And so if anyone wants to join in, Miriam, if you want to drop the link in the chat, you could drop the link in the chat. So whoever wants to join, it's all about networking. Okay.
And I wanted to add that our waiting list for Ascend Your Path is about 4 or 5 months. So if you would like to be a speaker on our platform, please let us know.
Yeah.
And be the next in line.
Yes. Okay. So Simal's, yes. We're gonna include Simal's email. Simal, if you could drop your email in the chat, you could drop it in the chat as well. Okay. And if anyone who wants to capture the chat, you could save the chat by clicking on the 3 dots and click save. So maybe we can do that as well.
I did that.
Did it already? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a link for tonight? Yes. So Miriam is gonna drop the link in the chat, and I could put it in our chat, you know. And so she does a lot of listen, it's all about learning and growing and sharing. So I just want to thank everyone for another successful Ascend Your Path. Olga has her hand up. Olga, is that hand up from?
Oh, no, I already.
Okay. And I want to thank you all, and I look forward to sharing more. And I thank you, and I love you all so much. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye. Much love.